today he's here to be screened for the office of Chief of Defense, Chief of Defense Staff. Am I right? CDS. So he would have been angry if he entered without introducing himself and then using a few minutes to tell us his experience in the previous office, and also telling us what he intends to put forward in this very elevated and commanding position. He would have been angry, because I don't want him to leave here angry. My colleagues, with this slight amendment, I'll put the question. Those in support that General Oluyede takes the floor to tell us his earlier experience as Chief of Army Staff and his perspective in the incoming position. Say aye. Those again say nay. The ayes have it. General, the floor is yours. So, General,
yes, sir.
Welcome to the podium.
Thank you, Excellency.
We are talking to Nigerians now, and when you were appointed, there was a lot of jubilation as Chief of Army Staff, because you are not a general who sits in the office. You are the one that is right there in the theater of warfare. You've served the nation meritoriously, and everybody is happy with you. I don't think there's any part of Nigeria today that has a Boko Haram flag hoisted since you came into office. You have cowardly attacks here and there on soft targets, which you cannot control, but which you are doing your best with modern gadgets to minimize and nip in the bud. For those of us close to the president, we are aware that for every single infraction, you have nipped over 99 others that you never allowed to come. And you're a man of action. So we applaud you. We are very proud of you for the services. Now that the president has said he should further coordinate all the service chiefs, just let us know your brief slide experience, our experiences, and the perspective on the way forward. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly, distinguished Senator Godswill Obot Pabio, Grand Commander of the Order of Niger, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barao Ibrahim, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, the Principal Officers of the Senate, very distinguished and well-respected senators, the Special Advisor to the President on Senate Matters, distinguished Senator Bashir Lado, Commander of the Order of Niger, my own Minister, the Honorable Minister of Defense, His Excellency Mohammed Badawi Abubakar, Your Excellency, by way of introduction, I'm Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatunbosun Oluyede. I was born in the year 1968 in the Ikere local government area of Ekiti State. I was commissioned into the Nigerian Army in the year 1992. as an infantry officer on the rank of second lieutenant. I have attended several courses in the course of my career, which has brought me this far. And the last was the senior executive course at the National Institute of Policy and Strategy Studies, Kuru, Jos, Nigeria. In the course of my career spanning over 30 years, I've had several appointments cutting across command, staff, instructional, and operational deployments. I've also participated in several operations, amongst which are Economic Committee of West African States Monitoring Group, ECOMOG for short, in Liberia, Operation Harmony 4 in Bakassi, and Operation Lafia Doli, and later Operation Adikai in the northeastern part of Nigeria. I contributed significantly to the operations in the northeast, where I commanded 27th Task Force Brigade Buniyadi. And based on that, I was elevated to be the sector commander at Headquarters Sector 2, Operation Adinkai, where I commanded several successful operations that neutralized key Boko Haram members and several foot soldiers. I was also the General Officer commanding 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, where I commanded units and formations in 4 different states of Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta State. I was also the commander of the Infantry Corps, which meant that I commanded 60% of the army before I was appointed as the acting chief of army staff on 30th October 2024, owing to the demise of the past chief of army staff, late Lieutenant General Labaja, by His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I was thereafter confirmed by this National Assembly as the 24th Chief of Army Staff on 3rd December 2024. In recognition of my contributions over time, I have been conferred with several military honors and merits, which include Grand Service Star and Nigerian Army Medal, which is meant only for Chief of Army Staff. I also earned Training Support Medal, Field Command Medal, and Field Command Medal of Honor. I also earned the General Officer's Medal and ECOMOG Medal. I'm also a proud recipient of the Chief of Army Staff Award twice. I believe all these earned me the privilege of commanding the Nigerian Army as the 24th Chief of Army Staff. In all, I can tell this honored chamber that I have dutifully served Nigeria, and my devotion to duty in various theaters of operations within and outside Nigeria, I believe, foreshadowed my current nomination as the Chief of Defense Staff. So I'm here this morning to present myself for screening and probably to share my experience as Chief of Army Staff. Well, I can tell this honored chamber that my experience as Chief of Army Staff was actually very challenging but rewarding. Challenging in the sense that being a service chief in Nigeria, it's something that requires courage, extreme dedication, and commitment. And that means you have to submit yourself totally. You're not sleeping, you're not having any time of yours, and doing everything under duress to make Nigeria safer. Now, what are the challenges there? We all know that the resources are not enough, the enablers are not enough. So it makes it very difficult to get everything required to prosecute the war against terrorism, banditry, and other sundry crimes in Nigeria. Well, I believe with this adult chamber having support me, things can be better. And it's important for us to know that for Nigeria to move forward, it's imperative that we develop our own local military industrial complex, because we can't keep on buying equipment from outside, because these things are extremely expensive. So it's incumbent on the country to develop its own capacity to produce the required equipment to prosecute wars and checkmate challenges facing all of us. And apart from this, we all know that we are dealing with every kind of warfare these days, which includes cyber crimes, cyber warfare, cyber attacks, and all in that light. And it's important for us as a country to checkmate the kind of misinformation that's out there. Because if this is not checkmated and on time, I think our challenges will be far from it over. Then, as Chief of Army Staff, I made it a point of duty to improve the welfare and well-being of my soldiers and their families. But again, despite that aspiration, it became difficult to achieve in total because of lack of resources. It's very easy for people to see that soldiers being a soldier is just like any other job. But I want to tell this adult chamber with all due respect that there's something special in being a soldier. Because as a soldier, what it entails is that you have sacrificed your entire life for others to live. And for you to be a soldier, there's some element of madness. What do I mean by this? For a right-thinking fellow, when there is danger, you are expected to retreat. But for a soldier, you are expected to go forward and face that challenge. So a soldier is just not an ordinary person. So it's important for us to look at soldiers the way they are looked at in other climes, giving their due respect, provided for, and maybe things will be better for us. Then added to this is the need for us to improve, maybe probably restructure the police force, because most of the job that is being done by the army as we speak actually lies within the purview of the police. So it's important for the nation to empower the police, make it stronger, make it more formidable, so that they can do their job while we concentrate on defending Nigeria against external aggression. So when you aggregate all these points that I made, then I can tell you that my tenure as Chief of Army Staff has been quite challenging. But I can tell you that within the ambit of what we have, and the resources made available to us, we were able to face some of the challenges. And I believe that things have improved tremendously, but we can do better. But in doing better, it requires a whole society approach. Everybody must be involved. I don't think it should be left only to the military to prosecute and face all these challenges. It's not going to work. It's important for all hands to be on deck to make Nigeria safer. That's my humble submission this afternoon. I thank you very much.
Nigerians already know you, but with a few explanations, they now know you better. And because you are like the student leaders pointed out, now that you are like the class prefect. By the way, I used to be a senior prefect in my college, in my days in secondary school. So I had other prefects under me. So today you are like the class prefect. You are like me when I was senior prefect. So, and we have earlier cleared you, and we have no doubt as to your capacity to deliver. Is it the view of the Senate that he'll be allowed to take a bow and watch as others speak to us? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you so much, General.